This is Ishi.
This is Danique, aka Ha.
And we'll be playing at Hard Surface on the 18th of April.
Back to back. I don't really have a description of my sound, to be honest. If I could describe it, it would be underground C, early hard techno, not the modern fake drops and things like that, like the really underground stuff, Berlin-esque. That's how I would describe it for now, to be honest. And at the back-to-back, we'll be playing Schranz. So for me, it will be a new genre, but a genre I really love. So I can't wait to be playing it.
For me, my sound, I normally play Schranz. I play a lot of my own tracks, and I like to use a lot of the Arabian scale in my music. And like also for this set, mostly Schranz, older hard techno. It will still be hard as fuck though, so don't think it will be chill music.
You did, my friend.
Really me?
You did, my friend. When I first went to a rave, I almost instantly knew I wanted to be a DJ. So I bought my DDJ 400 then, but didn't touch it like over half a year when I received it. And then you pushed me to sign up for my first gig, and I won that gig. My first gig was opening for you and for Natavistic and Visa Asbak and all those type of weird guys. But yeah, you pushed me. You pushed me to start.
I almost forgot about that. It's funny that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, what made me enter the music world, like I started first producing, and I really liked producing, but you have to do some type of live stuff. So then I started DJing and mostly playing my own songs from the start actually. But that made me start DJing. It was production first and then DJ.
Yeah, mine is isn't a techno track at all. It's a Gangster Time from Interplanetary Criminal and Killer P.
Yeah, it's very fucking hard to choose a favorite track, especially if you're a DJ. But I really, I've been playing one of the newer tracks of Tam a lot, the Not Built to Be Lost one. I really like it. It's very melodic, schwanzy.
I have some gigs planned, but I'm taking it on a slow burner right now, really starting to work on my private life more. So DJing is on a slow burner right now.
Yeah, for me, there will be a new EP on Kumpel Collective, a hard techno EP. I also will be part of that, but next to that, I am working on my first album this year, which I will drop this year. This is premiere, I haven't told anyone yet, so that's something I'm working on. And there will be a shit ton of gigs I'll be playing, but you will see.
Oh, that's easily Dax J for me at the moment. Easily, yeah.
So for me, it's like a Schranz DJ, of course, so it's a Krankunstler.
It's real. It's from the heart. I started off DJing very technical, preparing my sets, and I just threw that all out and started playing really what I wanted and the way I wanted it, and just improvising at the spot, listening to what people want, what I want. So yeah, I think it's real, it's from the heart, and you don't see that often anymore, I think.
Some people prepare a little bit too much.
Yeah, and some people want to DJ to become famous and not for the love of music, so...
Fair. Yeah, for me, what makes my set different, of course, I make a lot of edits myself, remixes and my own tracks, but apart from that, yeah, it's just mainly the style that I play. No fake drops, no bullshit. I like to in Schranz layer a shit ton of tracks together to make make every set sound a little bit different, make it a unique experience, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
I think there will be points in the set where we just have all 4 faders open.
There will be.
Yeah. We're going to layer on layer. Fuck yeah!
Definitely.
I don't have any anymore. I always improvise. Well, I do make a little bit of a set list. I make a playlist with the kinds of tracks I want to use that evening, what I'm feeling that evening, but how I'm going to play it, how I'm going to layer it, it's just off the dome. It's just off the dome.
I think it's also the same for me. I do prepare kind of for the set in the musical genre away, because sometimes I also get booked for like a groovy set or something. Yeah. Of course, that will be way different then. Yeah, for me it's most important that I just have a shit ton of tracks, so I have the choice between the tracks.
Also Dax J, still, that's the one I'm on right now. Maybe also a little bit of early Shlomo, early Nico Moreno, I'm talking about 2018 type shit. But also a little bit of like Malgrab, Astella Boersma I like really much. Early Trim as well, by the way. Early Trim is really good.
Yeah, I think when I think of musical influences, I also think of it in a way of producing. So I also listen to a lot of non-techno stuff. I really like Lorne. The songs suck you into a world, like very synthy, but there's no techno drums or anything. I really like Weevil. That's like a Dutch band. I really like the hypnotic vibe that the tracks have. I'm jealous of the hypnotic vibe they have. I really want that in techno. And when it comes to techno, I really like Svetek, like the Schrans, Van Dijk's, Fractions, and when it comes to the little bit harder stuff, Ophidian, it's like way harder than the rest, but I also like that.
If we're talking about like influences outside of techno, I would say also like I'm listening to a lot of metalcore lately, and I've found a few very cool metalcore techno remixes. I just always try to put one or two in my sets, like Bad Omens I really love, and Bring Me the Horizon, things like that. What's yours?
Of course, the blowjob I had behind the booth. No.
What the fuck are you? What the fuck?
I think like the first time I ever played in a sold out stage. I mean, it was very memorable because it was just the first time playing in front of that many people.
Was that the gig that was my first gig?
Yeah, that was the first gig of the Nick as well. And
yeah,
then
my
I played.
First gig. So my first gig was a sold out 850 people hall.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a first gig. If you consider some people starting at a bar or something. But I think apart from that, it was my Berlin debut.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Berlin and the people are crazy, and I was closing there, so that was really nice. Like everybody's, like so many people stayed for the closing, which I really liked.
Berlin was a good one as well, yeah, because I was the middle guy. The first three guys were Berlin DJs, and I was taking over from them to introduce everyone to Joyce and Ishi.
So he was like the crossover between the hypnotic stuff and the hard stuff, which he did very well, I have to say. I think both me and Joyce were so happy that night that he was the one doing the crossover and not us, because we were like, yeah, you did such a good job that night.
I really loved that gig as well. The first moment the kick got on the subs, like everybody was like, what the fuck, because it was a way harder kick than the DJs before. So
it was a very good transition.
It was a really groovy opening, so like, and then the kick went boom, boom, and everybody was like, whoa. That was fucking memorable. Yeah, that was really.
I think that was the one. That gig was just the one.
Yeah, that gig was amazing, and I also really loved our first party with Kumpel Collective, Schuilkelder. I really loved that one. It was in a very grimy basement, 150 people crammed into that basement. We had a boiler room setting. Everybody was standing around us. Everybody was screaming at every drop, and lots of friends also. It was a really nice vibe.
It was also it was like very DIY, but in a most underground good way.
In the most perfect way.
It was very pure.
And for me personally, I love those gigs way more than the big ones. The big stages and the festivals. I love those underground gigs.
Me too, though. Me too. Yeah, that's a good to know to end it.
Yeah. So buy tickets, so hard service will be cramped as a motherfucker. And we will have a boiler room setting again, so please come stand around us, because that's the happiest feeling you can have as a DJ. Just people standing around you, supporting you, yeah.
Yeah, we hope to see you on the 18th.
We won't disappoint. I'll tell you that, we won't disappoint. No.
Bye-bye.
Bye.